So here I am, my beautiful knees, putting these knee sleeves on. When I first saw them, I thought they were huge. They looked way big, and they did slide on pretty easily. Standardly folded them in half and pulled them up. They didn't wrinkle or soften when I pulled them up because they're so freaking stiff. But anyways, once I got them on, I immediately realized it took effort to bend my knee. More effort than the other rigid knee sleeves. I didn't take any video pulling them off. Pulling them off was way more difficult because my calves seem to be a little bit thicker than the average powerlifters. At least I like to believe that they are. But, yeah, so I don't recommend sizing down. I recommend going within your sizing limits with abilities or whatever your sizing is on the sizing chart. Go within that, your quad, your knee, and your calf, whatever. Anyway, let the show begin. Hey guys, it's Tommy here, at home, away from the bar. And it's been a little bit since I've done a knee sleeve review, but I've got a new one. A familiar brand that many people are familiar with, that you've heard of. They have jumped on board with these ultra stiff knee sleeves, and I think that they've stepped it up a game. To go in a review though, I've gone over a lot of these knee sleeves, and now I'm getting even more feedback and more experience with them. And then some people in my gym, like for example, there's Drake, the Anderson powerlifting knee sleeve, a lot, and the Iron Rebel knee sleeve. A lot of these cone shape, a lot of these straight up and down knee sleeves that don't really have ergonomic shape, a lot of them are busting. The seams are ripping. The neoprene inside is splitting away inside from the seams. They're falling apart. And a lot of these companies, however I'll say, like Iron Rebel has replaced, we have a girl in our gym, Aubrey, she says that Iron Rebel has replaced her knee sleeves multiple times now. Multiple times. So, I mean, that just kind of shows the kind of profit margin they're making off of these things. But at least they're standing behind the product, and that's honorable. So, the very first stiff, rigid knee sleeve was the Inzer Ergo Pro, okay? It's still a fantastic knee sleeve. The thing I love most about it is its shape compared to the others that are just straight up and down. A lot of people complain that the bottom didn't squeeze their calf, but it's not supposed to. It's not necessarily supposed to. Now, insert the new heavy hitter. So, many people are familiar with the StrengthShop brand. They're in lots of different countries. We have StrengthShop USA, UK, whatever. Now, this is the new StrengthShop Inferno Pro. And my gosh, when I got these in, the size of these guys, I measured off the chart. And I picked up a large. I fit within the measurements of a large. My Inzers, my training sleeves are largest, but these are actually my competition sleeves. So these had only like a handful of uses, okay? Look at the size difference. And these guys are mostly flat. These guys are full inside and just like, these guys are rigid. I know this is only on video and you can't really see. But I weighed these guys earlier, and there's a difference in weight. I'll show that later, but putting these on, before even putting them on, I could feel the difference. I could perceive the difference in weight in these. They're so much heavier. And the feel, it feels like someone took an Inzer knee sleeve or an A7 knee sleeve and what is it called? Sugaring. If you're familiar with sugaring, it's boiling water with sugar and then dipping a squat suit or bench shirt in, or even knee sleeves, right? And it makes it so rigid. This is like it's a step up. And they're IPF approved. So there's going to be no question whether they're legit in any federation because they're IPF approved. They're going to be approved everywhere. And how relaxed with USAPL's equipment rules are now, of course they're going to be, in USAPL. But I thought that these were going to be too big. I put them on, and they slid up pretty easily because, I mean, they didn't fold or anything or wrinkle when I pulled them on because they're so freaking rigid. And when I got them on, I immediately could feel the difference. This is the closest thing to a knee wrap that I've ever felt. If you've never had your knees wrapped, because I know most people now have never done equipped lifting because you haven't been powerlifting for more than 10 years. I mean, it's like wearing a cast. It's like wearing a cast on your leg. And although, I mean, I could flex my knee, but it required more effort than wearing the Inzers. I mean, the Inzers are great. Look at that flop. Not a whole lot of flop in this guy. But anyway, so I put them on. I did some reps with it. Knocked out some sets. Didn't go super heavy. I had taken some time off. Let some old man joints heal. And so, gosh, the stopping power and the spring on these is crazy. It's insane. I don't know how anyone improved upon, what's going on, but these suckers are heavy duty. I don't know why I haven't seen anyone else with these. Maybe they're still fairly new. I don't know. When I initially tried to order, they weren't in stock. And so people must have gotten them and they ran out of stock. Who's got them? Because I haven't seen or heard anyone wearing them. But these things are ridiculous. When I finished wearing them, I mean, I was ready to take them off. They are so stiff. I mean, I was walking from my bench to the squat rack with straight knees, and like an equipped lifter in the knee wraps. But when I was taking them off, I fold them from the top down, which was difficult to do because they didn't want to fold or bend. Pulling them off took quite a bit more effort than anything else. And even though they were stiff and didn't fold and wrinkle when I'm trying to push them off, they didn't want to go over my calves. And I don't have little calves, but these also have pretty big openings. The design on this is different. Where Inzer has the curve and one seam in the back, A7 has this feature too. It has a curve, but two seams in the back. Let's see if I can get you a little bit of a close-up there. There's a seam right there, seam right there. So you got these two seams here in the back. Okay? I love the design. The print on this feels a little bit more rubbery than other prints that I've experienced. The screen printing on the sleeve is what I'm referring to right here. This feels a lot more thick and rubbery than what's on the Inzers, the Iron Rebels, the A7s. So I'm wondering if, before I was thinking all these are made at the same place. I'm wondering are these made at the same place and they upped their game, found a new method, or is someone else making them? I don't know. I really don't know who's making them. I have found a manufacturer online that is making these high-density knee sleeves. I haven't looked into getting any made, which I've considered doing, because I have made knee sleeves in the past for folks in my gym. Nothing high-density like this, just a traditional knee sleeve like a SBD. But gosh, dude, I really like these. And I said before, the Inzer Inferno knee sleeve was the best bang for your buck before, but I think these are like $100. Man, I like them. I can't really say best bang for your buck because all these sleeves are about $100 right now. But beyond best bang for your buck, I think that these are going to be the new sweetness. The Andersons, they're good, and the Titans are good, and the Inzers are good, and the A7s are good. They're all good knee sleeves. The Iron Rebels are good, but a lot of them are falling apart. I have yet to experience these to see that they'll fall apart, but I bet they have a lot more longevity since they have these two seams, like the A7s. Inzers, I know a few people have experienced fall apart, but not as many. Not as many as the Iron Rebels and Andersons. I have a guy in my gym, he's a former gymnast, and he went through his Anderson powerlifting sleeves in like 12 uses. So like, 2 months maybe? That's crazy. Shouldn't last. You're paying $100-something for these knee sleeves. They should last more than 2 months, So I sold him my pair that I had recorded, done the review for, which you can check that video in our archive. But anyway, dude, these are awesome. So I would say check them out. If you don't have a pair of knee sleeves yet and you want to get in the rigid game, go with these guys. Go with the StrengthShop USA Pro knee sleeves. I don't think you'll regret it. Use the sizing chart. Don't go a size smaller. And I'm sure even if they don't fit, if you get them, I'm sure they'll train them back. StrengthShop is a great company. But anyway, I'm going to go have some food and get ready to heal so I can be strong for the gym tomorrow. Tomorrow is another bench day for me. Have any questions, let me know. Feel free to talk some trash or comment or whatever you want to do. And I'll interact in the comment section. But go catch a lift.